Alright. Let's have another episode of Dragon Age Origins. This one, how long will this be? I don't know. Probably as long as it takes for the alcohol to kick in, and then not. Wow, what a scene to begin with. Okay, so it's us, the dog. Oh, we've got the Chantry. But maybe we just go to the inn first and then come back here.
Mother!
And then we can...
So tell me something, Morrigan. Did you live there in that forest your entire life?
I left it on occasion, but I always returned. Why? Is that so strange? It was my home.
But it was just you and your mother there. No one else.
Mother occasionally had company.
What? Company? Do I even want to ask?
No, you really don't.
Cool. Right.
I heard he saw just in time.
Okay, so it is incredibly tempting
Look what we have here, men. I think we
to just fireball the entire place.
Man, this can't be good.
Didn't we spend all morning asking about an elf by this very description? And everyone said they hadn't seen one.
It seems we were lied to.
Gentlemen, surely there is no need for trouble. These are no doubt simply more poor souls seeking refuge.
They're more than that. Stay out of our way, sister. You protect these traitors, you'll get the same as them.
You don't need my protection, but these men will blindly follow their master's command even unto death.
I am not the blind one. I served at Ostagar, where the Turn saved us from the Grey Warden's treachery. I serve him gladly. Enough talk! Take the Warden into custody. Kill the sister and anyone else that gets in your way.
Right, let's make this quick.
Oh, no. Right. So we've got... I guess maybe charge into the centre and do that is probably the value play. There we go. Right, okay, who's taken... Damn it, who's the... Where's the main guy? Is the main guy even here? Or do we just take as many as we... Okay, so the commander's there. Right, fine. I guess maybe the... I mean, I don't... It is kind of tempting to fireball them all. He did save it recently. We wouldn't get too much in the way of collateral if we just went for everyone. Okay, cool. Right. And I guess we can we? Yeah. Okay. Oh, we can do this actually.
Right, you've won. We surrender.
Good. They've learned their lesson and we can all stop fighting now.
What do you want to tell him? I'll tell him right away. Now, thank you.
I apologize for interfering, but I couldn't just sit by and not help. I wasn't born in the Chantry, you know. Many of us had more colorful lives before we joined. Let me introduce myself. I am Liliana, one of the lay sisters of the Chantry here in Lothering. Oh, I was. They said you were a Grey Warden. I'm surprised you're an elf. But elves must want the Blight defeated as much as humans, no? I know after what happened you will need all the help you can get. That's why I'm coming along. The Maker told me to. I know that sounds absolutely insane, but it's true. I had a dream. A vision.
More crazy? I thought we were all full up.
Look at the people here. They are lost in their despair, and this darkness, this chaos, will spread. The Maker doesn't want this. What you do, what you are meant to do, is the Maker's work. Let me help.
Perhaps your skull was cracked worse than Mother thought.
Thank you. I appreciate being given this chance. I will not let you down.
No, you won't. Right. Get rid of dog.
Indeed.
Get rid of Alistair. Put Alistair
Yes.
in that slot. Accept. Okay, cool. Right, everyone is fine there. Well then.
You're here about food. Take it up with that bleeding runt by the chantry. I got other gear to sell.
Don't remember him.
You did? Well, I don't know what to say to that. Thanks.
Show me what you got. Show me what you got. Right, we need to sort out this. Ooh, look at this. All sorts of dog-based stuff. It really doesn't matter. Yeah, the Amulet of Accord is good, but I think there's just not really any need for it given... Hello, Ale. Hello, golden rope necklace. Hello, shiny gold ring. Yeah, we've got a surplus of amulets.
You're here about food. Take it up with that bleeding runt by the chantry. I got other gear to sell. Check the chanter's board by the chantry. There's good jobs there. No, don't suppose you know anything about poison? I figured if I kept asking, I'd find someone. I'd pay good coin for some simple poison. Something to slow them beasties down or make them think twice. Well, there's herbs in the North Wood. As for other stuff, look around town. Some refugees just left things behind to travel faster. I don't really know what you need, though. I might have some in stock, too.
Farewell. Right, okay. So, ooh. Time's dead soldier. Right, okay. So, I think we're okay. What is Liliana using? She has got one enchanted dagger. How would you like 2 enchanted daggers? I don't know if that necessarily helps you, but... I mean... Tell me about your skills, or spells and so on, Liliana. Song of Valor, sustained. Granted bonuses to mana or stamina regeneration at a rate affected by the Bard's Cunning. Okay, that's kind of cool. Song of Courage, there. Captivating. It's not awful. Dirty fighting, obviously brilliant, below the belt, we know. Improved tools will prove incredibly useful. She is focused on archery. And why not? I would quite like her to become a... I would say like a bard ranger. In fact, can we change this so that what? Oh, you've not got anything to. Right. So number 1 is this, and then is it even worth dual wielding? Probably not if you're not going to take the dual wield skills. I would think, especially if you're going to be our only tank. 3 damage. Yeah. Okay. Fatigue. Fatigue. What have we got here? We've got fire resistance. Well, fire resistance should serve you well. But cunning and mental. I think it is worth it for fire resistance, even though that gives her cunning. Such is the state of what she's going to encounter.
Or you here to see my stock?
Just here to flog some shit, honestly. Okay, cool. Did we give her the best longbow? Guess is nice, but yeah. Okay, and there's any. Oh yeah. Anything that isn't. I'm not sure if we can use that for something or not. Right. Okay. Cool. That is good. And just to check, you definitely don't sell. One of the dead gods. Longbow of you. No, longbow of Ash will be absolutely fine. What did I do with Liliana? I balls this up by not giving her the right thing. Primarily this, please. Tactics. Self any. Self activate rapid shot. Yeah, sure. Don't really know that that's where I'd go with that, but okay. I think maybe just nearest enemy. Okay, cool. Are we happy with that, or do we want to immediately get training Liliana up on Earth Nels? I think that's probably going to be alright, you know. We could ask the guy behind the bar about loads of stuff again, but I'm not sure.
Have you ever seen one?
Can't say I want to.
Not sure we're getting a tremendous amount by doing that. So
let me get this straight. You were a cloistered sister?
You must have been a brother before you became a Templar, no?
I never actually became a Templar. I was recruited into the Grey Wardens before I took my final vows.
Do you ever regret leaving the Chantry?
No, never. Do you?
Yes. You may not believe it, but I found peace there. The kind of peace I've never known.
It used to get so quiet at the monastery that I would start screaming until one of the brothers came running. I would tell them that I was just checking. You never know, right?
No, I never did anything like that. I enjoyed the quiet.
I'm cold.
Suit yourself.
I don't
The look on their face was always priceless.
very cute. All right.
Have you seen my mother? She's really tall, and she has red hair. We live on a big farmhold, all of us. Some mean men with swords came, and Mother told me to run to the village as fast as I could, so I did. She said she'd be right behind me, but I've been waiting and waiting, and I can't see her. He went with William to the neighbours yesterday, but he didn't come back. Mother said I wasn't to go with anyone. I'm supposed to wait for her here, in the village. I will, but only if I don't find Mother first. So, are you really an elf? Father says elves aren't very nice, but you're nicer than everybody here. Thank you for helping me.
I'm telling you, piss off to the Chantry. Go on. Get out of my sight. Oh, she's so lovely. Oh. Right. I feel Morrigan already about to get annoyed at all of this.
I'm scared. When are we going home?
Right, okay. It wasn't that. Robbed child. Possibly robbed by me. Given that I'm robbing everything else. We've already got that.
It's good to see you again, Sister Leliana.
Thank you, Sir Merrin.
Okay.
Were? Did you drive them off? Well, Sir Brian will appreciate that. Make her watch over you.
Canonically, I think I said that I'm from here, so I should know who everyone is and not have to ask. And quite frankly, I can't be asked.
Where can we go? This is no better than what we left.
Farmer.
There's word of...
Are you here to see the Reverend Mother too?
The main hall.
I came to ask for a blessing. With my family abandoning the farm to flee north, we'll need all the grace the Maker can offer. Well, good luck to you. I need to get underway. If I'm lucky, I'll make it back to the farmhold by nightfall.
Yeah, right.
We are the only hope of protection this village has now, and I will not abandon it. That is all. Yes, my lady? Who might you be? I see. I am Ser Bryant, commander of the Lothering Templars. Tern Loghain declared all Grey Wardens traitors responsible for the king's death. You know this, I hope. I don't believe the Grey Wardens would be as careless or malicious as the Tern claims. But either way, there it is. It is best you not linger, though. Just in case.
Just in case.
Maker's breath, how many times must we drive them off? All of them? By yourself?
It's true. I saw it from my post. It was over so fast, we didn't even have time to get over there.
Sad that it needed to come to that. But then they asked for it. Will you accept a small reward for your service? I wish I could afford such help, to be truthful. Take your reward, at any rate. It is all I have to offer. If it interests you, there is a Chanters board outside full of quests that need doing. The Chanters even offer pay for some of them. Now, unless there's something else you need. They are. With the Ban having taken his men north, the village is left to its fate. We will evacuate as many as we can before the Horde reaches us. I will stay as long as I am needed. Now, unless there's something else you need. I cannot openly help you, I fear, but here, take this key. It opens the large cabinet on the far wall. There is more there than we can carry when we evacuate, so take what you need.
Thank you.
Travel safely, and may the Maker watch over you.
Nice one. Right, I don't think we need to...
Who?
Waste gold on the Maker.
Beg your pardon.
The mother, or
I did
whatever
not see
it
you
is.
approach.
Sir Donald? Is that you?
Alistair? By the Maker, how are you? I was certain you were dead.
Not yet. No thanks to Tern Loghain.
If Arl Eden were well, he'd set Loghain straight soon enough.
If he were well? What do you mean?
The Arl is stricken with an illness that threatens his life. We have found no cure, either natural or magical.
When did this happen?
Only a few weeks ago, but he has declined quickly. No one knows the nature of the illness, and even magic has done little to slow its progress. Our only hope now is a miracle. Every knight of Redcliffe has gone in search of the Urn of Sacred Ashes. Andraste's ashes are said to cure any illness, but I fear we are chasing a fable. With each day, my hope dims. Why is that, if I may ask? I see. The Arl is a popular man, it's true. Tairn Loghain, however, is a hero throughout Ferelden. Whatever the Tairn has done or not done, the Arl remains ill, or worse. That is my primary concern. The Arl fell ill before the king died. But what if Loghain planned that too? Oh, such thoughts do not sit well with me.
We should see what's happening in Redcliffe ourselves. I believe that now more than ever.
If nothing else, I am certain you would be welcomed at Castle Redcliffe. The Arlessa is there, and she could tell you more than I could. What? And you have his locket? And a note? Maker's mercy. Thank you for giving me these. I would never have known otherwise.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you. I wonder how many of us have met similar fates on this mad quest. I expect you to take advantage of the Chantry's library, in fact, but my skills are better suited to battle than chasing down tales. Supposedly, the urn contains the ashes of the prophetess Andraste. Surely you know all this. If you're truly interested, there are books here containing a great deal of lore.
Spoiler alert, I'm not interested.
Believe that this was anything more than a quest of desperation. With Henrik gone, I need to return to Redcliffe. Perhaps later I will seek out the scholar his note mentions. But I must go. Thank you again, my lady. You have been most helpful.
Yeah, no problem. Right, okay.
And when the Maker spoke, a chant of light scattered in the darkness. The word
I don't think we gained anything by chatting with those people. I think we did gain something. But yeah, you could do that for me. Oh, no, right, okay. That was slightly alarming, but
Very well.
ooh. Guess we'll be getting that. Plenty girl. Right, okay.
And enduring perseverance.
And then shall the
Here's the key. I got a lesser health kit, which, as we learnt in a different episode, is
city in heaven.
worth
And then shall the chant of light make it pure.
a lot. Nothing here. We have no reason to talk to her. I think we just go.
Light scattered in the darkness.
Which means we can get the quests for the herbalism things on the far side of the bridge. To the... I have lost my bearings on where north is.
Why do you always go on about how stupid I am? I'm not stupid, am I?
If you need to ask the question...
Because it hurts my manly feelings, you know. Or one of them.
Then I'll be sure to write you an apology once all of this is over.
I was educated by the Chantry. I studied history. They don't make stupid Templars.
Then I must have been mistaken. I'm very impressed.
No, you're not. You're not even listening to me.
My, you are smarter than you look after all. Your Chantry must have been very proud.
Good work. Right.
Hello, stranger. I don't suppose you know anyone that can make traps? Old man Barlin said that Darkspawn may be coming soon. He's got traps on his farm. I figured I'd put a few on my lands. Barlin wants to poison his traps. I just want normal traps. He doesn't have any poison yet, thank the Maker. So his fields are just full of traps. He can be a bit eccentric.
Okay.
I didn't mean to bother you. Sorry.
That's right.
They say your mother is Flemeth, a witch of the Kukari Wilds.
They also say that washing your feet in winter makes you catch cold in the head, but we all know that is not true. But sometimes they are right. And they are right in this.
You know the stories about...
Of course. You think my mother would let me go without telling me all the stories of her youth?
My mother told me stories too. She was the one who kindled my love of the old tales and legends.
My mother's stories curdled my blood and haunted my dreams. No little girl wants to hear about the wilder men her mother took to her bed, using them till they were spent, then killing them. No little girl wants to be told that this is also expected of her once she comes of age.
I see.
No, you don't. You really don't.
But check out this elf fruit that I found. And this deep mushroom. That'd be brilliant. Right. Do any of us know whatever? I think it just needs poultices, doesn't it? You are already earning your keep in a way.
You got a bed for the
I never
night.
did.
You taken care of.
Cough, cough. No, let's help you.
Don't need blades right now. We need beds, food, and an end to all these sad sots. I don't suppose you know anything of tonics, medicines, or herbs.
I know a bit about herbalism.
It was a lot of good. All manner of travellers come through, many injured or sick. We do our best, but we're out of supplies. There's medicinal herbs in the woods to the north. If you make a few poultices, I'll scrape together some sort of payment. I'll write all you need to know in this note here.
Sick. Alright, I think I've already got them
Any
anyway.
luck finding herbs in the woods?
I didn't need them.
This will help many people. You're a good sort, you know.
Fucking great. Easily the best sort ever. Right, let's save the game. Ignore the person in the cage.
How dare you accuse me of thievery? I saw you take this...
Marade starit, marade twasit.
Guess we're not picking him up. Is everyone with me? Hello!
What was said? You're a warden. I don't know if you killed King Cailan, and make her forgive me, I don't care. But that bounty on your head could feed a lot of hungry bellies. Attack!
Yeah. Right, well, friendly fire is something of a specialty of mine. So if you just do that. Hi. Okay, and then I guess we'll do that. Okay, and then I think we'll do that. We've got anything else AoE? Well, we've got one thing that's AoE. Hello everyone. Fuck off. Right, okay. Yeah, let's just start killing him. Why is everybody so focused on me?
Too much. I'm sorry.
Well done, Lilia.
Very well.
Whether or not she will be fine all the way through this with that sort of level of punishment remains to be seen, but we'll see. Whoa. Hi, it's me. Just going to fuck you all up. Okay, I managed to fit one of you up, that's a problem. Can I get them the battery, please? Thank you. And probably them. be here soon. Now the dog is here, do that. Still waiting on that. I think there's probably value in hitting all of them. Okay. Alistair, I'm not really sure you're getting the value for money targets over there, but... Oh. You got grounded. Okay, can I get some health from someone? Thank you. Just take it down. Oh, yeah. Ah. You lost versus the dogs. Okay. Alistair, you're making a fucking meal of that. Morrigan, have you got more in the tank, please? Because we're going down otherwise. Yeah. Right. Why are you over here? Alright. Okay, well, that one didn't go nearly as successfully as the others, but you know, we'll see. This is maybe perhaps suggesting that we shouldn't go.
Someone help us!
Yeah, alright, well, I will. He helped. And you helped too. Okay, I think we can get a... That's good stun there, good. Now let's try and take this guy down. Hopefully. I'm still doing alright. Another one of those. Not night. Not night. The Hurlock. Ages. In fact, why even bother? Let's just tag him in like that. Fuck off.
Mighty timely arrival there, my friend. I'm much obliged.
Yes, you are.
Name's Bodon Feddick, merchant and entrepreneur. This here is my son, Sandal. Say hello, my boy.
Hello.
Road's been mighty dangerous these days. Mind if I ask what brings you out here? Perhaps we're going the same way. Complicated? Somehow I imagine that only says half of it. Thank you for the offer. There may be more excitement on your path than is good for my boy and me. Allow me to bid you farewell and good fortune.
Goodbye.
Now then, let's get this mess cleaned up, shall we?
So are they coming? Are they not coming? That's immediately clear to me. Right, okay. Let me also help clear up by taking your small carved, whatever that was, statues. Yeah, fine. Okay. Onwards for, it's not the final one, but it's the penultimate one, I guess, at least, isn't it? Hello. There's a lot of you. Can I cast this thing here? Hitting all of you. Come on, hurry. It's not going to hit them all. Okay. Morrigan's in danger. Oh, I'm in danger. better off waiting on that. Ouch! Okay, now. Cool. Right. Can we get that done, please? And some healing. We've done this. Right, next up. Might as well take 2 of them down. Or at least hurt them both. Who? That's one of them that went down. Merc and the Bandit leader. I think we'll try and Ice Bandit leader, thank you. And then we need to save Liliana, which we do. Ooh, now we just need to save Morrigan, which we don't need to because it's Morrigan. Cool. Quest updated. Oh, maybe it was the last one then.
I shall do it.
Whoa, no. That's a lot of stuff. Although, admittedly, a lot of stuff for old Stanton.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
Are you going to do it immediately or no? Okay. Thing 1, Longboat Ash is that. Longboat Elm is not as good. Okay. What about this sort of stuff? Oh, you don't even have one, so. Not as good, although a lot less fatigue. But I think we can suck up the fatigue on her. Okay, cool. Right, ooh. There's that, and then...
Very well.
Is it spiders around here? Yeah. Okay, yeah. Come on, unleash it! Quickly! Why are you running so close? Oh my fucking lord! Christ alive. Right.
I shall do it.
Okay, right. We're now fighting for our lives because of this frigging shit. Right. No, down I go. No, Alistair's... Well, he'll do his best, but like... Have you got the mind thing as well? Where is it? Mind blast. Right, okay. So our only possible option is to try and stun as many as possible. Oh, fucking lord. Right, okay, you're alright. You're in massive amounts of trouble. That. Okay. Lightning that. Okay, did you lightning it? No, you didn't. Right, okay. Lightning that. Is that him down? Right, okay. Sick. Don't care about frost weapons. You can drain the life of that. Right, good.
Let's make this quick.
Right, but I want it on record that this was all the fault. I think it was the hill that she just was like, okay, well, I need to get over the crest of this damn thing. So add that in the injuries pile.
As you say. As you say. I shall do it.
Right, we'll be back after these. Oh, fuck's sake, we won't be back after these 3 short messages. Right, well, can you please this time at least shoot? Right, good. Okay. Right, okay. Yeah. I would like you to kill this guy if possible. Is anyone else coming this way? I think I might have to wheel around here and go for these 2. Okay. Next up is one of those. Good, and then terribly sorry guys, but
I shall
it's just worth so much. Right. That one, put him down. Good. Not good. Do I need Constitution after all? That's the question. Right. Are we going to end up going the same party I went on my very first playthrough? I do have concerns about going triple mage. Maybe that is that's destiny. And I need to suck it up. But never mind, can Liliana tank for us? Can Alistair tank for us?
Yes, of course.
Right. Oh my god, right. Back around here. Just wanted to get through to here. And then we'll be back after these few short messages. I mean, in the toilet. Christ. Might even have been so short as to not justify an edit, because edits take forever.
The carnage we left in the wilds was horrifying.
The carnage we left in the wilds was horrifying.
I think his delivery was my preferred one of the two, but I'll let you all make up your own minds. Can we? Okay. Basics for that. Do.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, champions of the just.
I shall do it.
Okay. Nice and easy. Oh, can we? Oh.
It is begun.
I could do that for you.
Oh, could you?
I'll do it.
Right, yeah, we are going to have a think about Liliana because she's kind of set up the other
I
way.
suppose you're looking to buy something. All right. Just don't buy everything up.
Do you by any chance have a backpack? No. Right, okay. Don't need that, don't need that. Maybe we'll just give up on that. Because she is better off with the shield. Not really thinking about her getting the chainmail gloves, to be honest. Those boots might be worth something to someone, so I'll not rule those out just yet. Where are they? Studded leather boots. Might be worth it to Alistair. What's Morrigan got on? She got those. Nope. Okay. Right.
Don't suppose you're looking to buy something.
Indeed.
All right. Just don't buy everything up.
Tell me what to do. Right, cool. So that's 42. In the other column, these are mostly just gifts that we have picked up, so things that will be useful. I think it's worth keeping some of the stuff in case we end up in a situation where we need melee fighters and do not have them. Right, we'll do a save because we haven't done a save for a while and we have had some misfortunes on the road already. So I know where the bears are. The woman I think is just sort of lying there, isn't she? Oh, some stuff I didn't see before. Put it with the others. Right, okay. If not this, then like. Right, come on. Get a good hit, get a good hit. Don't run too close. Right, okay. Change the angle. Go there. Okay, reasonable. Retreat hastily. That's not on that. Get that in. Can we get that? Looks like it might be decent. No, not going to be needed. Very much not going to be needed. Okay. We've got another fireball yet, so though to be honest, that's quite a lot. But it is quite a lot if you don't run backwards before doing it. But you know, hey, small mercies. Right, stun them all. Run away. Say, I'm all right, Jack. Attack them. This one. Right. Absolute combat brilliance. I'm sure you will agree that was a masterclass in friendly fire.
As you say.
Yeah, found the boy's mother. Great. Sure that will cheer him up in years to come. Right, nothing spawned down here. But something respawns over here.
Reason to fight us.
Oh right, I think we're probably better off with this actually.
I shall.
Maybe not if they're going to take the sweet ass time.
It shall be done.
Yep. My mistake. Switch to this one for Winter's Grasp. And that was dead anyway. This is coming running towards us, but we've got this. Wall. And this. What's the bare minimum? One bear. I'll be here all night. Well, I won't be here all night. I'm sure he'll be delighted to hear.
Very well.
I'll be in bed hopefully before too long, but still. See, I don't know if you get in Dragon Age, and let's find out because we're just here for these sort of mini quests. Do they grant experience in their own right, or?
Blessed are the peacekeepers, champions of the just. And the stars stood still, the winds did quiet, and all animals of earth and air held their breath. All was silent in prayer and thanks.
Yes, we do. Because two of us got a level up, and it looks like
it shall be done.
No, there's not. I have just qualified for a specialisation. Lovely. But first I need to find a trainer. I think there's one at camp, although I'm not sure it's the one that we need. Magic, willpower, or do we actually put some in constitution? Because we have got pitifully low health. If I go to next, we can get this, which is good, but that wasn't where we were going. We were going for this. So we can get Spell Bloom. Assuming that that's quite decent. So we don't like need to think, yeah, maybe we do just top up our constitution slightly. Get Spell Bloom, because that was what we wanted. And yeah, that should be nice. Alistair, don't know how long he'll be staying with us, but I do know that I guess strength is probably more useful. Well, it's not necessarily what it needs. Overpower activated. Okay. But yeah, just boons to shield defense would seem to be the way forward. We need to rest. We're not quite done here, are we? Because we could do the poisons thing. So what did we need? It was right. Okay, so we need poisons.
Here.
Who does poisons here? Liliana does poisons here. Can you do? I think it was just for 4 venoms, wasn't it? Bothering 3 venoms. Yeah. So get that. Sell the remaining things.
Any luck with that poison? Or you here to see my stock? Splendid! If those beasties come on my land, I hope it teaches them a lesson. Yeah, enough gold to cover any of your expenses and then some, eh? Well, I still don't have food to sell.
Right, so, that... What's this? Oathbreaker. Could be interested. I guess this was in response to something. Yeah, we'll be using that, but we want to plus 10 the healing effects received. Not likely, Alistair, not likely. But at least you get to attach something to it. So,
as you say.
Right, we may not have got everything that we need, but we can still exit and go to camp.
So Terran Logain is the new region? Isn't that a thing?
Get that sword enchanted. Apologies if you love Stern. Yeah, he had his chance and he didn't grow on me.
I shall do it.
I think it may end up being these three again. I'm really sorry. That's poor originality. Well, is it poor? Because if you yourselves are interested enough to play this or watch me play it, then maybe you know, maybe the only person I'm cheating is myself. If we can get triple mage, though. Well, we'll see.
Bad dreams, huh? Well, it is real, sort of. You see, part of being a Grey Warden is being able to hear the Darkspawn. That's what your dream was, hearing them. The Archdemon, it talks to the Horde, and we feel it just as they do. That's why we know this is really a blight. I don't know if it's really a dragon, but it sure looks like one. But yes, that's the Archdemon. It takes a bit, but eventually you can block the dreams out. Some of the older Grey Wardens say they can understand the Archdemon a bit, but I sure can't. Anyhow, when I heard you thrashing around, I thought I should tell you. It was scary at first for me too. Other than dying young and the whole defeat the blight alone thing, no. I'm all tapped out for surprises. Anyhow, you're up now, right? Let's pull up camp and get a move on.
Right. Being careful. Right, so we can just ignore him because this is Soldier's Peak.
Ah, it's good to see you, my timely rescuer. Bodon Fennick at your service once again. Saw your camp and remember the kind offer that you made the last time we met. And is there anywhere safer for a poor merchant and his son to sleep? I think not. I'm perfectly willing to offer you a fine discount for the inconvenience of our presence. How does that sound? Good? Yes? Wonderful. Thank the kind lady, won't you, boy?
Thank you, kind lady.
We won't be a bother to you and your companions, I assure you. If you should need enchantments, simply talk to my boy. Otherwise, come speak with me.
Sick. Right.
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. It's good to have you along on the road. Well, if you're
Best
really
get it out of the
interested, I
way.
suppose it wouldn't hurt to tell you.
Not
I'm
especially
originally
interested
from
for the second time today, but yeah.
the city that lies beneath the stately Frostback Mountains. I was a merchant there, too. Merchant caste. These things are in the blood, you know. You can't just leave them behind. I ran a fairly successful business. Rare artifacts, you know. Old things, grand things. The nobles loved them. Reminded them of the lost glory days, I suppose. One day, a noble woman came to my store. She looked around for a bit and then started shrieking in dismay. Apparently, she believed that a pair of braces I had for sale once belonged to her brother. He'd been lost in a cave-in, you see, while on an expedition to clear out the Darkspawn from one of the tunnels running close to the city. They were made specially for him. They're unique, she shrieked. He stole them from my poor brother's corpse. She had me arrested on the spot, of course. Nobles, they're touchy like that. Well, I didn't steal them. You see, I'd been paying these castless thugs to venture out into the deep roads for me. The lost tigers, they're full of things that people left behind. Sometimes you can find a treasure, something worth a little gold. That's exactly how I see it. The noblewoman, she wasn't too happy with the theft of her brother's braces. I don't know what they planned for me, and I didn't want to find out. Bribed the guard that was watching me and took off for the surface first opportunity I got. Never looked back. I thank the stone every single day. Now, is there anything the boy or I can get you?
Let's see.
Look, we don't rob people, all right? We don't take things from people that need them. The things in the lost tigers, what good did they do lying there? I brought them back to Orzammar, where people could look at them and remember. It's not all that different up here. There are places long abandoned by the humans everywhere. Even more now with the Darkspawn coming. People flee from the Blight with good reason, but they forget things. Things with value and meaning. They leave them behind because they're frightened and desperate. And sometimes, my boy and I, we find our way to these places before the Horde descends, and we save these things. I take them away so the Darkspawn don't get them. Is that so bad? They destroy everything they touch. That's what I tell myself, too. Ah, these are dark times indeed. Dark times, my friend.
Yeah, fairly dark times.
Ah, yes. I'm married to a fine woman back in Denham, it's true. She'd give me a son if she could, but that's not likely to ever be. Sandal here, I found him in the deep roads years ago. Abandoned, I think, and he was never quite right in the head. I took him in, and I brought him with me when I came here to the surface. He may not be my blood, true, but I think of him as one.
We left Orzammar.
That's right, boy. Maybe one day we'll see it again.
Very good.
That's how I've always felt. As long as he's happy, so am I. It's not as if I don't benefit, mind you. Turns out the boy's a natural working with enchantments. He might have even been lyrium-addled. I never thought of that before, to be honest. Happens sometimes. He can work an enchantment into just about anything, however, given some time. Could probably open his own shop, if he knew how.
Enchantment.
Well, he does seem to enjoy it, at least.
That's so funny.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with good
let's exploit him for labour.
And with your discount.
Right, okay. So, did we pick up any... Oh yes, we're going to do, I'm going to quote, enchantment on that. Let's have a look at everything. So, Tome of Arcane Technique. Sorry? Oh, okay. One, yeah, okay, fine. Right, so I guess the first thing, I think that they sell here a backpack, and that will be the first thing we buy. The ranger thing will be nice, But so I think we should be not allowed to purchase any of these. I obviously made the mistake on the first playthrough, but not on the second. Things like this, on the other hand, golden rope necklace. I mean, that we can buy at our say leisure, but you know, if we, very nice. Yeah, if we want that, we can. Ooh. Well, that's a consideration, certainly. Do they sell? So, oh, okay, that's the arcade technique. Yeah, okay. Where did that go again? Come hither. I don't know if I'll switch to hailstone, as much as I like that, but I think stacking those is of value. What was her other one? Just magic, okay. So that's an extra 10% fire damage. If we can get that to up to like a 20. Very tidy.
Hello. The boy's a bit simple, but he's rather good with enchantments. One of those tranquil fellas actually called him a... what was it now? A savant. I had no idea such a thing existed.
Okay.
Enchantment!
Yeah, and it's going to be this. Well, seems like we don't have quite the wealth of runes we have on the other one, but that is absolutely fine. Alistair, please use this. Slightly crap, but better than what you have. Sword.
If there's anything I can do for you, please, please tell me. I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy...
Don't care. Right. Buy the sword. Okay. Whoa. I'm going to end up using that, I know. Okay. Probably worth using some of the gifts, at least, just to... okay. Morrigan, how do you feel about that?
I am grateful. 'Tis thoughtful indeed.
Good. Liliana?
That's a wonderful thought. I don't know what to say.
Small carved statuette? Maybe?
Oh, how dear of you.
No.
Thank you so much.
Morrigan, are you gold based or is it?
Fine gift. You have my thanks.
Okay. We don't have to do all of these right now. But we don't have to do all of these right now. We just need a little bit of space, but we've got quite a bit of space. Does this actually take up space in the inventory? Surely not. Right, okay. So we've got some approval. Let's go and get some more approval.
What do you wish of me?
I would like to ask you something.
If you must. I was not born such. 'Tis a skill of Flemeth's, taught over many years in the wilds. The chastened have tales of we witches, saying that we assume the forms of creatures to watch them from hiding. When a child is alone and separate from his tribe, that is when we strike, dragging the young boy kicking and screaming to our lair to be devoured. A most amusing legend. Changing her form, certainly. Devouring lost children, I cannot say. She has not done it in my experience, though in truth my lifespan is but a fraction of her own. Why do you ask? Is there something specific you wish to know? The form of an animal is different from my own. One may study the creature, learn to move as it does, think as it does. In time, this allows one to become as it is. I gain nothing by studying another human. I already am the same as they are. I learn nothing. So the answer is no, my human form is the only one I possess.
Right. Just for the record, I'm going to go through and do much the same chats that I did. I think it's going to be the same. I don't think we're going to get any further ahead than we were when we were the dwarf. I just want to polish these off. So if you saw them last time, you might want to skip ahead. If you're watching, if you're alt-tab to something, carry on.
Anyone with sufficient will, but the act of transformation is a magical one. 'Tis a spell and thus requires a mage's talents. Indeed, you could learn the spells required if I cared to teach you. There were nights when the wilds called to me, 'tis true. You look upon the world around you and you think you know it well. I have smelled it as a wolf, listened as a cat, prowled shadows that you never dreamed existed. But my life is as a human. I am under no illusions to the contrary. They do not shy away from me. To their senses, I believe I seem like any other of their species. As to what they think, I truly cannot say. Just as I am still human, no matter my form, they are still animals. Thus they cannot speak, even were I to ask.
Hopefully this is as nauseating for
No,
you, the
it is
Firelight.
not unheard of in the remote corners of the world. There are traditions of magic outside of the circle of magi, despite what those mages would have you believe. Some of these traditions are old, indeed, passed down as carefully guarded lore from one generation to the next. The zealots of the Chantry would uproot all such practitioners if they could, but as luck have it, some still exist. My mother is such a one.
Cool.
Not all apostates use the forbidden blood arts. Maleficarum do, but to condemn all who do not fall under the circle's thrall for the sake of what might be is a dangerous path to walk. There are those who look on the word apostate as meaning freedom. Indeed. Have you an opinion on my abilities, then? Am I an unnatural abomination to be put to the torch?
Yep, absolutely.
A most practical opinion. Far more so than any man I have spoken to. But enough of such talk. Let us proceed, lest the dust gather on us.
Okay. I think I got more approval last time.
What do you wish of me?
Oh, that's just
If you must. Why do you ask me such questions? I do not probe you for pointless information, do I? Oh, what luck. What is it you asked? If I grew up in the wilds? A curious question. Where else would you picture me? For many years it was simply Flemeth and I. The wilds and its creatures were more real to me than Flemeth's tales of the world of man. In time I grew curious. I left the wilds to explore what lay beyond, never for long. Brief forays into a civilized wilderness. Would you not do the same? Your world is an unforgiving and cold place. The wilds I hail from is home to me, and I a natural denizen. For all that I had been taught, however, the truth of the civilized lands proved to be overwhelming. I was unfamiliar with so much. So confident and bold was I, yet there was much that Flemeth could never have prepared me for. Equal parts daring and foolhardy, perhaps. Only once was I accused of being a witch of the wilds, and that by a chastened who happened to be traveling with a merchant caravan. He pointed and gasped and began shouting in his strange language, and most assumed he was casting some curse upon me. I acted the terrified girl, and naturally, he was arrested. Men are always willing to believe two things about a woman. One, that she is weak, and two, that she finds him attractive. I played the weakling and battered my eyelashes at the captain of the guard. Child's play. The point being that I was able to move through human lands fairly easily. Whatever humans think a witch of the wild looks like, 'tis not I. Not that I did not have trouble. There are things about human society which have always puzzled me, such as the touching. Why all the touching for a simple greeting?
I mean, I can agree with the touching of it for a simple greeting. Going back to the woman thing, I don't know about point 1, but yeah, I'll probably concede point 2.
Do not speak to me of trivialities. Your culture is not so entirely different. There were many nuances that Flemeth could never tell me of. When to look into another's eyes, how to eat at a table, how to bargain without offending. None of these things I knew. I still do not understand it all, truth be told, but then I gave up long ago any hope of doing so. When I returned to the wilds last, I swore to Flemeth that I had no intention of leaving again. Yes? Let's ignore the entire Darkspawn threat and the presence of a simpleton as your only other Grey Warden ally, then. Not that I lack appreciation for the intent of your comment. Thank you. Well, let's get on with it before the ground opens up and swallows us, yes?
Quite good, okay.
I await your command. At times, perhaps.
So this is new, all
A
of course,
world full of people and buildings and things was all very foreign to me. If I wished companionship, I ran with the wolves and flew with the birds. If I spoke, 'twas to the trees. Such simple pleasures will only enthrall for so long. I recall the first time I crept beyond the edge of the wilds. I did so in animal form, remaining in the shadows and watching these strange townsfolk from afar. I happened upon a noblewoman by her carriage, adorned in sparkling garments the likes of which I had never before seen. I was dazzled. This, to me, seemed what true wealth and beauty must be. I snuck up behind her and stole a hand mirror from the carriage. 'Twas encrusted in gold and crystalline gemstones, and I hugged it to my chest with delight as I sped back to the wilds. Flemeth was furious with me. I was a child and had not yet come into my full power, and I had risked discovery for the sake of a pretty bauble. To teach me a lesson, Flemeth took the mirror and smashed it upon the ground. I was heartbroken. And a foolish one. Flemeth was right to break me of my fascination. Beauty and love are fleeting and have no meaning. Survival has meaning. Power has meaning. Without those lessons, I would not be here today, as difficult as they might have been. Do I not? I am still an apostate mage, even if I have left the wilds. The Darkspawn are yet undefeated. No, there is much that remains. To return to your original question, perhaps my time in the wilds was indeed lonely, but such was how it had to be. I find myself at times wondering what might have become of the girl with the beautiful golden mirror, but such fantasies have no place amidst reality.
Okay.
I await your command.
So,
full of questions, are you? My mother has been hunted from time to time, yes, by Templar fools like Alistair, which should tell you how successful they generally were. Flemeth made a bit of a game of it, in fact. The Templars would come again, and she would look at me and smile and say that the fun was to begin once more. I am unsure. I was too young to understand, and perhaps 'twas bravado on Flemeth's part, or perhaps she was merely amused. I will never know. Flemeth would warn them, once. 'Twas a warning they inevitably failed to heed. And then the true game began. Often Flemeth would use me as bait. A little girl to scream and run and lure the Templars deeper into the wilds and to their doom. It was a game, and I a young girl. If I didn't get to play, I would have been very upset. Thankfully, the wilds is a vast place. Once they found us, Flemeth would simply move us elsewhere, and we would be lost within the forest once again. I did not understand the danger we faced until I was much older. I had never heard of apostates or maleficarum. Perhaps they did. Still, I do not begrudge them doing what they believe is necessary. The Chantry sees any mages not leashed to the Circle of Magi as apostates, and apostates could become maleficarum, evil mages that resort to blood magic and become demon-enslaved abominations. It may even be true. Still, those of us who prefer freedom see no reason to submit. An interesting answer for a mage. Enough of this talk. Let us return to the task at hand.
Again, we're kind of gaming the system here a bit.
I await your command. So, full of questions, are you? Well, that depends, does it not? What does she seem to be? Oh, she certainly was human. Once. Tell me, how much do you know of the tale? The one that the Chastened still tell of my mother, to frighten them into obedience. Ah, I see. That does explain much. I can relay what Flemeth once told me herself, and you can decide whether or not 'tis the truth, if you desire. As the tale is sung by the bards, there was a time when Flemeth was young and beautiful, a fair lass in a land of barbarian men, the desire of any who saw her. Many centuries before this land was even named Ferelden. The tales say that Flemeth fell in love with Osen the bard, and fled the castle of her husband, the dread Lord Conabar, and that he swore vengeance for her infidelity. In truth, my mother claims that 'twas Osen who was her husband, and Conabar the jealous lord who looked on from afar. Lord Conabar approached young Osen and offered him wealth and power in exchange for his lovely wife, and Osen agreed. The life of a bard is a poor one, and love fades in the wake of hunger. 'Twas Flemeth who suggested the arrangement. All would have been well had Lord Conabar kept his end of the bargain. But he was a foul man who bargained with coin he did not possess. Osen was led off to a field and slain, left for dead. Flemeth spoke to the spirits and learned of the deed, and swore revenge. Spirits first, and 'twas they who slew Conabar. Flemeth did not turn to the demon until much later. Lord Conabar's allies chased Flemeth, you see. Chased her to the wilds, and there she hid. There she found the demon, and he made her strong. The legends all speak of the great hero Cormac, he who defeated Flemeth and her great army when she invaded the lowlands centuries later. All lies. The truth of the matter is that there was never an invasion. As Flemeth tells it, the Chastened never raised an army under her banner, and she never fought with any warrior named Cormac. Cormac led a brutal civil war against his own people, and later claimed it was to vanquish evil that had taken root amongst the lords. Thus, he was hailed a hero. Flemeth was only attached to the legend much later. Perhaps 'twas due to the great war with the Chastened that eventually came, but Mother claims not to know how it began. I do not believe everything that Flemeth claims. Oft it seems her bitterness has coloured her memories. But on the whole, yes, I believe this tale, if not all. The demon within her has transformed her into something else. An abomination, perhaps some would say. I know not. I only know my mother is clever, and she is part of the wilds as it is part of her. But she is no immortal. She bleeds. A blade in her heart would kill her like any other, were it lucky enough to find her. You ask if I have sisters. I have asked of this myself. The stories tell of many witches of the wilds after all, not just the one. And these tales existed long before I did. Flemeth refuses to speak of other daughters, if they existed. So, should I believe I am her first? I doubt that too. The Chastened tell of a falling out between Flemeth and her daughters. They say that one day she hunted them all through the wilds and ate their hearts. It may be true. I have never seen another witch or heard of one. Perhaps one day Flemeth will eat my heart as well. How often is this usually? Always? If not always, then when is it not true? There are more things in this world and the next than you or I could ever hope to understand. What Flemeth became is a mystery. I suspect, even to her. Flemeth tells it with far more embellishment than I, but you are welcome. Dare I ask of your own mother? Few are abominations of legend, 'tis true, but I find myself curious nevertheless. Nothing. I wish to know nothing more. I find myself a little envious, to tell the truth. But it matters not. Let us move on.
Okay.
I await your command. So, full of questions, are you? I assume you were actually asking whether Flemeth herself gave birth to me. Truly, I do not know. I once asked Flemeth that very question, and she merely laughed at me. 'Tis not inconceivable that she could capture a chastened man, or perhaps change to a more attractive form to attract him willingly. I find it more difficult to imagine her with child. It seems likely, does it not? In an animal form, a babe could easily be spirited away and raised as Flemeth's own. I do know the tales of Flemeth having many daughters, even though I have never met another, and Flemeth has always treated me as her blood. I would have nothing in common with them, nor any need for what they might provide. Flemeth taught me everything I needed to learn. How to survive, the meaning of power, the truth of men. If other mothers do not teach these things, then I believe them the lesser. Room for coddling and weakness? Why should such things be desirable? To indulge in love is to indulge in delusion. Surely a Grey Warden such as yourself does not believe otherwise. I see. Well, we all have our weaknesses, don't we?
Morgan disapproves, yeah.
I
Some of these you can win, some of you don't.
We are in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any. I am here because Flemeth commanded me to aid you. Why? Do you wish me to leave? I can do so if you prefer. Then I assume our discussion ends here.
Right, okay. Oh, wow. Yikes. Well, that fucking undermined everything, didn't it? Christ. I mean, that's immensely dissatisfying. Spent all that time talking, and then like what a question that I thought was landed of like, you know, like, oh well, maybe that's my own idiocy. Right, okay, we'll save the game and leave there. I'll suck it up. But after all that, I don't know if so just on the general RPG isms and comments and stuff, this is something that you get. Dragon Age is very bad for it, and I think Baldur's Gate 2 is very good for it. I think Baldur's Gate 3 is somewhere in the middle. I kind of most prefer it in the better, well, what I consider to be the better JRPGs, the Final Fantasies and so on. We're just going to stand here and interrogate her until she reveals everything about her. And by interrogating her well, we can keep interrogating her. And from a player point of view, when I say her, like, you know, her or, you know, her or him, or possibly not the dog, but, you know, any of the party members, it's not exactly, it's not good storytelling, for one. I'm also not sure that it's good gamification of a story, or good utilization of gaming's mechanics for narrative development. Like, when we're in that, I'm very conscious. I mean, I've not actually done terribly well in that in the end. I've rather ballsed it up. But A, you feel like you're gaming a system, and B, it's a little bit exhausting in this sort of game, I would say, to have all that information revealed in one go. Which is a weird thing, because, like, you know, that's like, you know, a 30-minute conversation. You have 30-minute conversations with people all the time. But this isn't a conversation in the way that a conversation between two human beings would be a conversation. This is you're exploring a character. And I think that's better done with a focus on events. There's someone wrote about this and described that as such. And there's a term that gets used, and it's not Chekhov's gun, but there's an equivalent thing for this of, like, you know, characters being explained through events. So having a long, just interrogation as a means of exploring a character it's not always great. But the thing is with Dragon Age, I mean, Dragon Age was doing a lot of things like this. I won't say for the first time, but it it was pushing the boundaries in its own way of how you interact with your companions, at least in terms of like Western RPGs. So, you know, it's clumsy, but I think it can be forgiven. But if we're talking about this in terms of like how are you going to craft a 10 out of 10 RPG, I wouldn't do it like this. I would, you know, I think there's more to, like, you know, a slow deepening. I mean, maybe the difference with the JRPG style is that, like, that is inherently linear, and linear storytelling is always going to be easier. But I still think there are ways you can build at least a hybrid model, something like this. So yeah. So not to seem, and that's not like that's not bitterness. That was okay. I'd forgotten a lot of these things, and it was like, okay, that's fairly well written, but it's just not. Yeah. And Dragon Age has got better dialogue than most games, so yeah. There's a wisp flying around my head, which is not aiding to the seriousness of the situation. Neither that headdress, which I'm not really sure adds anything, nor finally the absolutely gargantuan hands of my character, which still, just out of interest, does she have gloves on? She doesn't have gloves on. I don't know that I quite want to buy gloves to remove this problem, but yeah. I am a bit fucked off with that may, and honestly, it's not informing my opinions on how to write an RPG, but like losing a full 10 points for misunderstanding the tone of a question. I get. Well, anyway, yeah. Right. Okay. We've already saved it. We don't need to do anything more. Let us leave it there. Thank you very much for watching, and yeah, I'll see you next time.